Hello everyone. I'm still going to talk about my jail experience, but this time we're going to talk about the people I met in the gym, no? In the gym, in the jail. And the reason for this is I just want to keep them all in memory. The ones who became close to me, the ones who I was really afraid of. And at the end of the day, jail is composed of people of different, maybe not really different backgrounds, but I think we were all scared, going into that jail. So we were around, our numbers just went from 150 to 158. So just imagine 158 men cramped into a really tight space, so there was really no space for anything. All the spaces were taken. So the first thing you have to do to survive is to have your own place. So make sure you have your own place. That's what I mean. There's a place. That's a place where you eat. That's the place where you sleep. Otherwise, if you have no barkada, the more kawawa ones, they stay in the bathroom. So there's one bathroom on the first room, there are two bathrooms in the second room, and when I was new, I usually saw one or two persons there standing, with their briefs lang, and somebody's taking a bath, and I asked them, why, ba't ka nandito? And they said that the boss told me to stay here. So they practically had no place to stay. Now they were kung sa hierarchy pa, they're the kind of in the lowest, which is a bit sad because I don't know how you get to that part, the lowest part. I think the most threatening thing done to me in jail was by this really haughty henchman. At night kasi, several boys do not sleep. Their job is to make sure we all have electric fan. Their job is, that's number one. Their second job is to make sure we can all wee-wee. So we cannot go to the bathroom at night because you have to step over hundreds of other men. So what we do, we have to wee-wee on this large, this mineral thing. I realize now, do not piss on a small mineral bottle, because you would piss more. So you have to piss on this really big 4-liter bottles. Number one, you can put your inside, your thingy inside, because if you piss on that smaller bottle, most likely you will spill because the size of your thingy is a bit big. So you have to get that big 4-liter bottle, because you can like wee freely, like The reason for that was instituted by my friend. He said this was one who did it, Cesar, was because it was so difficult to cross over sleeping people and go to the bathroom just to pee. So we all peed on that thing. The funny thing is, in the house, I cannot hold my pee, but in jail, I could hold my pee. So that was the strangest things. So that's the second job. The third job is to give water. Because people like me, I have to have my water. Sometimes nauubos ko yung tubig ko, so I ask them to fill it up. So these guardias, there's around 6 of them standing. That's their job, to give water, sometimes to fan na rin, but not really. And then to make sure that the main fan moves. Hindi kasi gumagalaw eh. So what they have to do is they have to time it, like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, this area. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7. So it's a bit, they become the mechanical robots. And actually I like one of them, Jawa. He's my favorite. He's so nice. Jawa. So he was one of the guards I liked. But there was a guard who hated me. He was like also the bully, my bully guard. This time he was always threatening me to put me inside the, because one of the worst places in the jail was the one beneath the sink. So this young thuggish guy wanted to put me inside the sink. Was always threatening me, and I said, subukan mo, lagay mo sa loob. You know, punch you too, you know. But anyway, I think I was already on my 12th, 13th, 14th day. So I was not afraid of him, you know. Whatever he threatened on me, I wasn't afraid. Because I knew I had the support of my bosses, no? So anyway, what I'm saying is, in the jail you meet all kinds of characters, no? There's also what we call the VIP people. So they are the ones who are literally VIPs, no? In our case, the parents of the Kakosas have high prominent positions in our society. That's why they were given preferential treatment, but I heard they had to pay for it. So like certain thousands of pesos. Now, if you want kuchon, you have to pay thousands of pesos. If you want another kuchon, thousands of pesos. If you want electric fan, thousands of pesos. So you have to kind of give a donation to the people inside the jail if you want a little bit of luxury. So it's not even luxury, it's just Uratex foam and then electric fan. But compared to me sleeping on the cement floor, that's a big deal, no? Kasi 14 days of sleeping on cement floor really kind of destroyed my sleeping habits, and everything here, it was so painful, no? Ang sakit. So but anyway, that was after I left. So there's the VIP group, and then some of my best friends there, my closest friends. Actually, the most touching moment pala that happened to me there. So there are like 3 goons who hate my face, no? One of them is in the room behind us. So one time I peed, and when I went back, he said, kargahin mo yung dalawang yan. So there were 2 big men. When I say big men, they're like top of the food chain, no? So they were asked to do something, and they were already struggling with it. So the goon said to me, I should go to the shoulder level of the butts of these guys, para naman they can sit down and rest, because they were being punished, no? And I was supposed to do it. Said, okay, let me do it. You know what happened? The whole section facing the goon said, no, stop, Tony, do not do that. Hindi mo trabaho yan. Huwag mo gawin. You don't have to follow what he's saying. So I was very touched with this whole group. Kasi di ba dito nakapatiwarik yung dalawang guys, no? They were like hanging from the wires, and there was this whole section of guys sleeping. My goon was on the other side. He said, Fabe, go and support these 2 guys on your, because I'm really big. I mean, I look big, you know, I'm a big person. So he was telling me to support those 2 guys who were, you know, being punished. I was touched because the whole section said, stop, wag kang kumilos, wag mong gawin yan, hindi mo trabaho yan. Because apparently there are people assigned to alleviate the punishment, no? And I've seen them, and they're smaller than me, but anyway, I'm sure they're stronger than me as well, no? Because people forget that even with my big size, I'm already 49, no? So I'm not really strong as I look. So I was really touched because the guy who really stood up to this goon, he's a bit of a comedian. You know, during the first day, he was always dancing in front of me, wearing his, you know, briefs, you know, trying to be sexy, and I was so irritated by him because he would really touch, his body would really touch mine, and with all the sweats, like, yeah, can you just not go near me? But he never really harassed me sexually, you know. It's just as, you know, crazy people in jail, no? So, but I was touched because he said, he defended me. He said, Tony, hindi mo trabaho yan. Diyan ka lang. Huwag kang pumasok dito. Actually, you don't have to carry these two guys. And the whole section supported him. So I was really touched, and I was like, wow, I love you guys. Because technically I couldn't really do that, no? I may look big, as I said, but I don't think I can carry two like 30-year-old men on my back, no? Just to support them for a few minutes. So for me, that was the most memorable event, no? In jail, because it showed that even these people, no, they do care about other people. They do care about people like me, and what I can possibly do, no. So there, other people, actually the old people, I also wasn't able to make too many friends with them because they had their quirks, no. So my other next favorite person would be the nurse. We call him the nurse. His name is Kim. He's gay. He really has, you know, these boobs, and her role is to take care. So during my 7th day yata doon, there was this patient from the hospital, a prisoner, and he was placed outside. He was just wearing his he was wearing diapers, and that was all. And he was really thin. So Kim's job was to clean him. And so I was so proud of Kim, because I myself, I couldn't really clean another guy, you know, with all the, because in the morning, just imagine there's a guy outside who just pooped, and all the smells coming in. So what I do, but I won't smell anything, is I breathe through my mouth all throughout my stay there. So I could not breathe, because if you just breathe through your nose and you get a whiff of something, I'm sure you won't be able to eat anymore. So I was breathing through my mouth all throughout. So anyway, what I'm saying is this Kim cleans this guy every like 8 a.m. and every 5 p.m. He's an oldish type of guy. And two guys carry him inside and then wash him, you know, bathe him. And then he's taken out again, where Kim lets him wear his diaper, put, you know, like powder and stuff on his body. So he was very well taken care of. He was just not allowed inside, I think, because he might not survive the heat. It's really very hot inside, no? So I remember it's just the sweat would just be pouring out. Another big problem for me in the jail was since I didn't get my shirt regularly, I didn't know who could wash my clothes. So I learned later on that there are guys in the gym whose job is to wash the clothes, and they're really good. Sometimes kasi wala silang sabon. I don't have sabon eh. So they don't have sabon. But when the shirt returns to you, it smells of downy, and it's really ang bango. And then as a payment for them, I just give them food. No, I give them my food. So I think that happened for my last 6 days. No, kasi my shirt arrivals did not come regularly anymore. No, so ang nangyari, I had to ask these guys to wash my clothes, and then the payment I gave them was food. So yun ang nangyari, no? So but I was impressed because even under extreme conditions, the clothes they gave me really smelled good. It smelled of downy, and then it smelled fresh, hindi siya mabaho. So it's like, wow, what these guys can do under such extreme conditions. So there were 3 of them. I remember Jeff Trinidad, and then my Masur, my Eljun Gandhi, I think, and this really big guy, a goon. During my first day, was really kinda sexually teasing me, like, come on, eat me. And I realized later on, this is Bisaya pala. So my boss Bisaya called him, like, oh, take care of him, he's Bisaya also like you. So we became friends. So he totally changed his demeanor to me. Instead of becoming a maniac, we became friends. I didn't really become friends with most of the guys on the right side, because most of them were young, no? And they had the most pitiful conditions, because their only source of air if you, let's say, if you look at the right side of the room, there's a thin sliver, maybe just, I don't know, maybe one palm. So ganun kalaki yung butas, but it's long. Maybe like, I don't know, 5 feet. So it's the only air they had. So just imagine the whole room. It's the only air they had. So their boss was really tough, no? He was the boss who hit me here, like, because but he was, I think he's a very good boss because he's concerned about their food. He's concerned about the air. So he would all shout at night, "Ano ba? Wala na kaming hangin dito." So he made sure that the electric fan would also reach their area. So there, no? Eventually, that goon who hit me on the head, I made sure we won't meet, or he would not touch me, or I would not touch him. Because what happened, he hit me kasi I sat on him. Kasi I was so fat, diba? So I was trying to sit down. I'm so fat. I could not really squat properly. No, my legs are useless. So anyway, I ended up squatting on him. So he whacked me here. It's very painful. I thought I lost my my hearing for a while. But anyway, we've tried to avoid each other. No? So that's goon number 2. Goon number 3 naman, number 1 naman was the one who asked me to support the guy. The third goon, the one with the big eyes, I also don't like him. But anyway, ayun, we had no reason to be to be with each other. So yun. Basically, I was in good terms with the mayor. The mayor is the highest guy. He's the guy assigned by the station commander to maintain the peace inside the jail. So actually he gave me tatlong boys, no, for whatever, for fun. I was like, wag na boss, you don't have to give me boys. But anyway, the first boy he gave, with kunwari, we had fun. Second boy, si kunwari, because I didn't want to pay, I didn't have money. And the guy said, no, this is libre, this is libre. And and then there's another third guy. I can't really do it no, inside. So, because there are many people watching. Although you get used to the nakedness, so everybody's naked. So seeing, men naked there is nothing. Yun lang kasi the conditions are so hot, it's so uncomfortable that it will not arouse you in any way. So anyway, I just pretended to do the thingy and enjoy, but actually wala naman nangyari, no, technically, and they can vouch for that, no. Because yun nga, I was afraid that some of these guys would be asking me to pay them. Wala nga akong money. I didn't know how to allow money to enter because bawal magpapasok ng pera eh. So anyway, that's another part of the story. That's the ally part was so fun. They even made ally to this guy, and anyway, we had a bit of fun. He was my favorite prisoner. His name is Tofi. He looks like an artista. He's like 5'4". In the beginning, medyo antipatiko siya sa akin. But eventually, we became good friends. And then the day I left, he said, Fabe, I never want to see you here again. Ha? Huwag ka na bumalik dito. Dito, ang prison is not for you. You look so, I looked so, look so marangal. So anyway, he's in jail for rape. He did not really, like elaborate on his case. But he's only 21. No, he's good looking. He seems nice naman. So every night I'm just pray for him because I don't really know the real case. No, there are 2 rape cases. No, I met in the gym, and it's always like he said, she said. No. Sabi ng pamangkin may nangyari, sabi ng parent may nangyari, but sabi ng pamangkin wala daw nangyari. So it's like families fighting each other and accusing the guy of rape. So I don't know. I don't know how those cases are taken care of, no, in court. But these are very young guys. They're like 21. They're good looking. They have a bright future ahead. So I just hope that their cases are resolved. I like them actually, these two guys. Um, so the day I left, the day before I left, this was a Monday. Everybody was excited for me because I had to do all those things, you know. They had to take pictures of me, and then I had to use my fingerprints. And you know, my attitude in the jail was not to expect anything, because like the other jailed people, you know, my case had unraveled. There were so many sub stories to it that a simple business permit problem became complicated by other cases which I wasn't really aware of. So I stayed longer. I stayed for 14 days instead of just a few days. And there's so much excitement really, and everyone's really, I told everyone we can pay naman that bail. Medyo mahirap lang, but I think we have the means to pay for it, and we did have. But it's so funny the way things unraveled, that even if the day I left the jail, that was August 18, and my mom was right. During my first day in jail, August 5, she said, "Anak, baka you'll stay there up to August 18." And I said, "Why?" Because the whole Metro Manila is MECQ. There is no work. If there is work, it's very skeletal, no? So technically, parang walang trabaho. So it made the paperwork very difficult. It made my life very difficult. And then there were if you remember, August 21, August 20, there were so many holidays. So like, oh my God, how can my paperwork advance if there's so many holidays? But anyway, I was finally released August 18, around 12. Okay, what's bad about the jail is you have no concept of time because you have no watch to look at. So what I thought it was 4 p.m. It was 12 noon pala. So anyway, I was so happy. I looked like ermitaño when I left. I had a beard here with white, and I looked really ugly, and I'm sure I smelled so bad. So anyway, but at least I was free. I borrowed some slippers, and I felt so dirty because I don't think I really took a shower the past 2 days because I was so excited to leave, and I was so traumatized by that shower thing in the jail na bahala na, I just made pulas-pulas na lang. So anyway, I was so happy to be released. I never want it to happen again, but I think there's a reason why I met all those guys inside. I haven't visited them yet because of another problem I had to deal with. But I promise to visit them soon if I have extra money. Give them pandesal and stuff. Maybe not me, no? I make utos lang kasi right now I swear I'm paranoid with police, no? If I see a police, I'm like, oh no, don't come near me, you know? The fear is still there. It hasn't gone yet. So thank you very much for listening. It's good to unburden what I feel. It's been a crazy 14 days, and what happened after this is even crazier. So thank you very much for those who helped. We love you and hope you take care of yourselves also. Bye.